Dear players, if you are reading this, that means I, Viscount Thornfield, am dead. It is up to you to discover who the murderer is. To do so, you must first pick your character. Choose from the list of suspects and play with the corresponding player token. Sort the clue cards into 3 piles: weapons, suspects, and locations. Have someone draw one from each pile. Do not look at these cards, and place them in the case file envelope. Then, shuffle the remaining clue cards and deal them out equally between players. Place extras off to the side if you are playing with less than 16 people. Keep your cards a secret. Each player then receives a clue sheet and a pen or a pencil. Use this to keep track of what cards you see and try to solve the murder. Do not share this. Who's first? Roll the dice. The highest number goes first. Roll again if there is a tie for first place. Then continue in a clockwise fashion. On your turn, roll the dice and move your token the amount shown on the dice. If you've been moved by another player, you may choose to stay in that room and ask a question. You may move horizontally or vertically, forwards or backwards, but you may not move diagonally. You should always try to enter a room. If your roll takes you past the number needed to enter a room, you can end your movement early. If you roll too low, you must stay in the corridor this turn. If you've entered a room, you must ask a question. Who did it? With what weapon? In that room. Try and ask about things you haven't crossed off of your clue sheet yet. Once a question is asked, the player to the questioner's left must show one of the cards you've inquired about. If they don't have any, they say, "I cannot answer." It then moves around the circle, to the left, until someone shows you one of the cards you asked about. Only one card needs to be shown. Never show more than one card. If no one can show you a card, and you do not have them in your hand, congrats, you figured it out. But keep it quiet until you can reach the center of the board in order to solve the case. If you've moved someone into the room you are in, you leave them there, including the weapon token. And your turn is over. No matter who answered the question, the player to the Inquisitor's left goes next. Once you reach the center of the board, labeled case file, you make an accusation. If you've got all 3 cards in the case file correct, you win. If you make a mistake, you are out of the game. You must secretly return the cards to the case file envelope and cannot tell any of the other players what you've seen. Keep your cards and answer other players' questions. You are no longer allowed to ask questions or make accusations. If everyone's accusations are incorrect, then you take the cards from the envelope and discover the truth. This means no one wins. If there is an adjoining room to the one you are in, you may, at the beginning of your turn, go through the connection, whether that be doorways, stairs, or secret passageways, without rolling a dice and ask your question. This is not required. You can go into the corridor to reach other rooms if you'd like. Ask sneaky questions. You can ask about the cards in your hand to throw off other players. I leave this task in your capable hands. Thank you and farewell. Viscount Thornfield.